Part 3.
Saturday the 3rd of October 2009. Iran continues to anger Israel in the West, however, all is not what it seems. The launch of 2 Iranian short-range missiles were filmed and shown on US TV channel Fox News. The video shows an unknown object travelling at high speeds during the launch. As the camera follows the missiles, the object flies through a cloud, splitting it in two. Nick Pope, a former UK Ministry of Defence UFO investigator, said that the object does not appear to be man-made. However, one theory is that it is a secret American drone. He said, "At any one time, there are prototype aircraft and drones being operated that won't be shown in public for years. Stealth aircraft flew for many years before their existence was acknowledged, but the speed and acceleration of this UFO seems phenomenal." Mr. Pope also said, "I am not convinced that we have anything capable of such manoeuvres." See our show notes for links to this video at UKUFONW.co.uk. Friday the 9th of October 2009. A UK High Court rejects an appeal for Gary McKinnon, the so-called UFO hacker. McKinnon was indicted by the US District Court for the Eastern District of Virginia in 2002 for hacking into 97 military and NASA computers between February 2001 and March 2002. He could face up to 60 years in prison. He has admitted breaking into several computers, but stated that he was only looking for evidence of UFOs. He said that the security of the military computers was extremely poor. He used an off-the-shelf program called Remotely Anywhere, which is software that allows system administrators to update, look after and repair computers in their care. McKinnon's extradition order was approved by the UK government in July 2006, but by challenging the order, his legal team managed to slow down the proceedings. On July the 31st, the High Court ruled that McKinnon's extradition to the US should go ahead. Part of McKinnon's battle to stay in the UK is that he's been diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, which is an autism spectrum disorder and is characterized by difficulties in social interaction, along with restricted and repetitive patterns of behavior and interests. The US government has said that McKinnon's attack on their systems has caused damage to the amount of $700,000 US. McKinnon's legal team has 14 days to consider what actions are open to them, and of course, UKUFONW will keep you updated with any progress in the case. Monday, October 5th, 2009, Argentina. A couple, Sergio and Laura, who were travelling along the coast near Porto Gaboto, are convinced they watched a cow being abducted by a UFO. The couple were with their children near a river in the area of North Rosario. They stated that they were looking across at an island when they saw a large white object in the sky. They used their camera to zoom in on the object and were surprised to see that it was a cow. Just above the cow appeared to be a flying saucer. Laura said that it was not a helicopter or an aeroplane. It seemed as if the cow was being sucked up by a flying saucer. Then they both vanished. The digitally zoomed photograph is a little blurred. A link to the photograph and a video interview are in our show notes. This is Joe Collett, reporting for the United Kingdom UFO Network.
United Kingdom UFO Network podcast with your host, David Soman.
Liberal Democrat councillor Adrian Hicks for Winchester, Hampshire in the UK claims that 5 years ago in early 2004 he encountered a female extraterrestrial while he was walking along a busy high street one Saturday in Winchester. Mr. Hicks, an orthopaedic casting technician of 36 years and one-time member of the Royal Observer Corps, states that having just left his shop he looked down the high street where he saw a woman walking rather strangely. On his video interview he demonstrates that she walks with a strange gait, as if from the hips, her arms swung around from the elbows. Councillor Hicks said that within 15 seconds of seeing her, although she was humanoid, he knew she certainly wasn't a human being. Her eyes were as much as 5 times larger than ours. She had bright blonde hair. Her movements were not that of a human. He stated that she was seen by a lot of people, not just himself. She was smiling and appeared very happy. She was clearly enjoying herself and did not pose a threat to anyone. She appeared to be taking a great interest in the architecture of the nearby buildings. He remembers someone taking photographs of her, but has no details of that person. He observed the incident for about 9 minutes. There are a small number of video interviews with Councillor Hicks. The latest, recorded in August 2009, should have been released in December, but was leaked onto the internet during October. On Councillor Hicks' website he states, "My life has not been able to be the same ever since that day. Some days I wish it had never happened so I could live my life as any other person, but knowing what I saw leaves me unable to do such a thing. No doubt many of you heard the story that circulated the world on October the 15th, 2009. A 6-year-old boy, Falcon Heen from Colorado, USA, caused panic when it was reported to the authorities by his family that the young boy had floated away inside a UFO-shaped helium balloon that he and his father had been experimenting with. Police officers searched the area between the boy's home and the eventual landing site of the balloon some 2 hours later. Falcon's brother had said he believed the boy was inside the balloon when it took off. The story spread around the world as US TV news stations devoted all of their airtime to the saga. Larimer County Sheriff Jim Alderton announced that the boy had been found safe and well inside a box in the attic of the family's house. Although the house had been searched twice, Sheriff Alderton admitted it hadn't been searched thoroughly enough. The young boy had apparently been there all the time. When asked by his father on air why he didn't respond to the calls for him as everyone searched, the boy replied, "You guys said we did this for the show." Apparently the Heen family are storm chasers. Richard Heen, a one-time television weatherman, is a meteorologist. He and his wife Mayumi spend their time developing experiments, looking at weather and searching for extraterrestrials. The couple featured on the 100th episode of the USA's ABC primetime TV programme Wife Swap in March 2009. Reports also suggest that the Heen family have put forward plans for several TV programmes and have applied to several networks who have fly-on-the-wall type family documentaries. For the technically minded of you out there, I found it particularly interesting just how fast this story was picked up on the Twitter network. Within the first 30 minutes, 6 new websites had been created and were reporting on and following this incident live. Larimer County Sheriff Jim Alderton has said that the boy's parents will face charges for the hoax.
United Kingdom UFO Network.
And that is it, folks, for this, the first episode of the United Kingdom UFO Network podcast. Remember, you can find links to pictures and or videos relating to reports in this show on our website at www.UKUFONW.co.uk. You will also find us on Twitter, YouTube, and I am pleased to say we are now on iTunes. So until the next time, goodbye.